Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing fine. And I think today's topic is going to be very important for all of us because I think it's become very easy for us to get angry, right? And I often ask people, does anger controls you or you control your anger? Because I think lots of us are having this issue when the anger is controlling us, right? And so there could be two reasons for that when anger is controlling you. Number one is you're not able to express it correctly, one. And number two is there is something else going on with you which you have not yet discovered. And are you able to still be normal and don't get consumed by this anger, right? So we'll be talking a lot on today, and it is a very important topic, I feel, that everybody should really try to understand. And there's a request for you all. So please, when you come here on the lives, you watch my videos, please do like them, subscribe to my channel, and I'm looking forward to 10,000 subscriber. Please help me to build that because whatever I'm trying to tell you, I hope this is adding value to you because I'm passionate about it, sharing the knowledge which I personally had an opportunity to basically understand more deeply. So please do that because it helps and it definitely encourages me, right? So let's see how many likes and whether we can reach 10,000 subscriber on YouTube. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks in advance. So let's get started. So I think anger is a very important soft skill which needs to be learned by everyone. It's a part of emotional intelligence. But a lot of us are not able to understand it the way we should. So, what are going to be the key takeaways from today's life for you all? Number one, what is the root cause of anger? Right? A lot of us feel, oh, it's this. It could be a lot. We'll discuss it all. Number two, types of anger. You might not even realize there are so many types of angers, right? And all needs to be dealt differently, by the way, right? Number three, what should be your right response to an anger? But only you can respond it well when you know what type of anger is this. Okay? Number four, how you can reframe your anger into more positive sides and how you can transform your anger into a power. So we'll discuss it all. Let's get started. So the root cause, understanding what is that emotional trigger when someone snaps at you, right? Now, most of us take it too personally, correct? But we need to trace it back to the situations. Number one, the respect. Number two, the recognition. Number three, the safety. When someone snaps at you or someone is very angry with you, number one, don't take it personally. Please understand this, okay? It is just that emotion which is coming from a person who has not been able to self regulate their own emotions. That's why understanding types of anger has become very important. Okay. So it's just the bad emotion which they are carrying, but they have not been able to, the 2 points which I talked to you about, express it properly. And number two was basically they don't know underneath what is going on. So people like this, they have no idea. When they get super angry with you, they charge at you. So number one thing, don't take it personally. Never ever do that. Okay? I feel expressing your anger correctively to the person you are connected or you're trying to tell it to is utmost important, because then you're able to decode what anger is and where is it coming from. You can respond well, and then you can build a deeper connection with that person. Okay, so now next move on to the types of anger. So number one is a passive anger. You might have seen it, subtle behaviors by the people. When you try to tell them something, what do they give? Can anybody write in the chat? They give silent treatment. Have you seen so many people in your life, whether it's your friends, co-workers, or anybody, they give you a very silent treatment. Like you ask them something, all of a sudden they will not text you back, they will not call you back, they will not do anything. So from their side, it's quiet. So this is a passive aggression. For example, when you ask somebody, can I help you in certain ways? And if they're not feeling with your help, what would they do? They'll go quiet, the silent treatment. Always remember this: when somebody is not responding to your calls, not responding to your emails, not responding to your text, where you have done your part well, and they are not doing it, and there is some kind of conflict going between you two, what does that mean? It's a passive aggression. Remember that. Okay, every human being should be able to respect other person the way they want to get respected. All right, so remember that that is a passive aggression. Somebody is very certainly trying to show their anger to you. Number two, aggressive anger. Now aggressive anger is one of those expression about angers where people show it very loudly, very direct to you, very hostile. They would speak loudly, they would show their anger. It could be through text, emails, or anything. They would get very aggressive with you, right? That is very important, because to understand when somebody is showing you aggression along with the anger which they have built upon them. Like, you might have seen some people, like one of my clients, she had her spouse always slamming the doors, whenever they used to go. So slamming the doors unnecessarily, if you're in disagreement with somebody about some issue, is an aggression. Stop that person from the first time they do that to you. It could be anybody in your life. I mean, I'm talking about the family members, I'm talking about the co-workers, I'm talking about any friends. If they try to show you that kind of attitude, you need to stop them right away. Okay? Because it's very aggressive. So if they get a green light from you, what they would do, they'll keep on doing it again and again. Because now they know. Because it's their behavior. Please remember that. It's nothing to do with you, it's the person's behavior. Okay? Yelling or something. So, usually when somebody is very aggressive with you, always remember that underneath something else is going on with them, not with you. You know, they could have a better channel to come and speak to you about their anger, but they are choosing to be very loud, yelling, showing aggression, being extremely hostile. So, when that situation comes in your life, I would strongly advise to keep quiet. Just watch them, because ultimately they're going to become self destructive. All right, that's the response. Now, what is passive aggressive anger? So, it's a combination of passive, like somebody's giving you silent treatment and somebody's shouting at you. Somebody's giving you silent treatment and somebody's shouting at you. So, it's a combination of both. You can look for this pattern in that people. Okay, who are you with? So, sometimes even your friends, when you are not in agreement with their so-called decision, they would show this kind of pattern. Okay, So now let's talk about chronic anger. Not many people talk about this in corporate trainings. Chronic anger is something which is going on. Like, in other words, when people say, oh, you're holding too much onto grudges. Have you seen that? Right? You should see that. Then when people say that, oh my God, you're holding too much onto that grudge, you're holding too much onto that, thinking about that person a lot, it should not get that much of attention. That is a chronic. When you have become obsessed that somebody is not in agreement with you. All right? So that's chronic. And eventually it becomes very toxic, right? The last one is suppressed anger. So it's an inwards anger. Usually it has its roots from the childhood. When you've been told number of times you're not good enough, when you've been told that you cannot do this, when you've been told you will not be able to achieve anything in your life, when you've been told this is not the good path for you, things of that nature. That time you didn't respond to it, but you were holding on to that. And that becomes a suppressed anger. So you might have seen it sometimes when people all of a sudden they show a lot of aggression towards something, hostility towards a person or an abuse, and they say, oh my God, this guy was not like that. I've never seen even talking to him in the loud manner. And I don't know, all of a sudden he just got up and he started hitting that person. Have you seen that? You might have seen it either, if not the real life, you might have seen it in the movies. That all of a sudden people should say, oh my God, she was so nice to everybody. What happened to her? Just all of a started shouting loudly and, became very hostile. Or he became very hostile. He's a very calm and quiet person. That is suppressed anger. That is somebody's holding on to their anger for very, very long time. And usually, most of the times, it's related to their childhood. Okay? So that's the suppressed anger. And also, you'll find a very classic symptom in these people who are holding on to the suppressed anger is they will avoid any conflicts. Next time when you're out, notice the friend of yours, notice the family member of yours, your parents or your friend or somebody who is avoiding conflict even though it is required. Okay? So remember that. So these are the people who are holding on too much to themselves. Correct? Now, I've told you the type of angers. Now, let me tell you there is a right way also to respond to an anger, which is known as assertive anger. All right? So, expressing your anger in more respectful manner to anybody. See, my point of doing this live today is when you show your anger to somebody and they're not responding to it, they're probably emotional intelligent person, or they know there's no point of getting into it because you are not even at the stage of listening to what they want to say. It's very harmful to you. Correct? It becomes like a boomerang. Correct? So remember that. So, if you really want somebody to pay attention to what feelings or emotions in the form of anger you're holding on to, you have to express them correctly. Even if you're into the disagreement with that person. Okay? Remember that. Now, last but I just wanted to tell you all how you can control your anger, even if you're getting angry at something. Number one is pause. Somebody writes, somebody does, somebody show their hostile nature or behavior to you, pause. Because it is definitely speaking about them, not you. Number two, name the emotion. You must try to identify the emotion. Where is it even coming from? Is it even worth going in talking to them? Number three, vent safely. Even if you want to express your emotion, just do it safely. Now, most of the people, if you don't want to talk to the people, remember this, write it down on a piece of paper, your emotion. Okay, that person did so and so to me. Now I will just write it down and show my disagreement. You can do that. You don't have to show it to anybody, you don't have to speak to anybody. Let it out from your physical body. Four, the I statements should be avoided. Okay, oh, she or he's talking to me like that because I did that. So you are putting back onto you. Remember that. So now, when you do that I first and not thinking from a point of why it originated, what is the root cause, why they are doing this to you, or probably something else is going on with them underneath, because something they are in disagreement and you're not accepting or you're not agreeing to it. So people lash out. Remember that. And the practice the physical regulation. Now, if you're angry, try this technique. Very simple. It's funny when I tell some of my clients, start to walk. When you're getting super angry with somebody, you're going through an aggression and you just don't know how to let it out, start to walk. Walk for 5-10 minutes. Let your body gets into a place where you are able to think correctly and act correctly. Okay? So that's known as the physical regulation, how you can control. And if you need to act, act on it. But think before you act. Correct? So these 5 things, if you're able to do it, I think you will be in a better place. Don't suppress your emotion, because I think most of us have learned from very early onwards to suppress our emotions. And that has led us into a lot of problems. You have to express it out. If you don't want to speak to anybody, write it down. If you don't want to talk to anybody, write it down. And I think one of the techniques is one of the coaches long time back, my mentor gave. If you don't want to do any of these, don't want to write it down, just give yourself a voice note. So hear it back. That I don't like this person, why they are doing this to me. I wish them well, chapter closed. I don't like them either. But make sure you express your anger in the better way. So here are some important quotes which I've heard, like number one, holding on to anger is like a drinking poison, expecting other person to die. When you have that kind of situation, learn to let it go. If somebody is angry with you, it's not always your fault. Actually, most of the time, it's not your fault. But unfortunately, that's how it is seen if they're more aggressive. Okay, number two, very famous quote by Aristotle, which really tells you the gist of this emotional intelligence skill, the soft skill. He said, anybody can be angry. So he's accepting that anybody can be angry. That is easy part. Like I can be angry with you, you can be angry with me. And that is the most easy part. Like I can say I'm angry with you all, or you are angry with me. But angry should be done with the right person. Listen to this, very interesting. With the at the right time, right? With the right purpose and in the right way. And the last one, with the right degree. So why he said those things, the 5 things, right? With the right person, with the right time, with the right purpose, with the right way you need to be angry, and with the right degree. Degree talks about not aggression. Degree talks about how you can present your anger. Actually, anger is more for you than for other person. Always remember that. It's going to harm your physical body and your mental body more than it's about other person. And last but not the least, Dalai Lama said, anger is ultimate destroy your peace of mind if you can realize it, not other person's. So I hope today's live session was an eye-opener for you all, the different types of angers, how you can manage your own anger, which is extremely important, and the tips I gave you, how you can do that to start with. And now I'll be answering any of the questions you have for today. The reality show says, this is so relatable. I wish I learned this in school. Absolutely. I wish too. Psychology, I think the brain science, all about mind and the behavior patterns, I hope they teach it in the school because that would really help a lot of people, right? Heart of Humanity says, the example hit hard. Thank you. People are like that. You must now try to understand what kind of anger they're coming from, right? And Niloy Malik says, I used to bottle up my anger, but this makes so much sense. Yes, you really need to express your anger the right way you want to. So, thank you for being with me today. And I shall be back again with another topic next week and next Friday on my live. And thank you for sharing your comments. And I hope we all can make it down to 10K subscribers quickly because we've been working so hard. Especially, we put in our efforts, and I hope people understand that what we're trying to do is help somebody who needs to hear it in this whole world and regulate their own emotions the right way, expressing this, especially anger, in more productive way so that they don't feel that they are not being heard the right way. Thank you so much. And you all have a wonderful day.